Alright, hi everyone, this is Bling. So I decided, since I make so much content on Endless Online, I don't have anything to back it up. Like, what is Endless Online? New players totally wouldn't know what it is, or new viewers, so I'm gonna play it. And since there are so many tutorials on how to play or reviews, I kind of want to try to do something different where I will be playing Endless Online, but I will also try to somehow cram in the past 15 years into it. So let's get started. Yeah, totally. Okay, I think this is a pretty good part to start at. Point. So creating a character, as you can see, you can be a male or female. And it automatically starts off with brown hair, but you can go through many different colors. It's worth pointing out also, this is my very first live stream, so we'll see how this goes over. There's also plenty of different hairstyles to choose from. And you have 4 different skin colors. Now, I have a character named Bling Queen, and obviously that's already taken, but I want to show you guys if I do this, oh, it already exists, so I can't do that. But it's also worth noting that I believe it's 12 is the limit for how many letters you can have in here. So your character cannot have a name longer than 12 letters. Like right here, you see Blings Guild H. That's as far as it would let me go. I can hear you in the background. Alright, so here we are on what we would call Nuba Island. Ah, good memories. So here's my little chest. This is always here. It always has outfits in there. I'm gonna click on it. Oh, look at that. I'm dressed. And we have an NPC here called Mommy. So I'm just going to run around and do the basic play, which is kill stuff, right? We got Deba, and I can't read your name. This is also a nice little feature. If you hold your mouse over a player, their username will pop up. And let's see your little chat bubble. Hi. Let's go over to these goats. So yeah, it takes a while to kill things. If I go over here, down to the little notepad, I am level 0. My name is displayed. I am not a part of the guild. It tells me how much I can carry, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to run around and kill stuff while I do a little explaining of Endless Online. Oh, he's going to get that pig. We'll let him do that. So, gosh, there's so much to explain in this game. Basically, it's a 2D massive role-playing game, right? And something to add on is this was marked as being out in 2003, and yet it's still being played in 2020. Now, if I go onto the online list, wow, 40 people on, oh my goodness. And I can scroll down and see everybody who's currently online. And if I click on this little icon, it's probably not obvious what's happening, but I'll try to explain it as I click on them. Now, this little friend with a check mark, that says friends online. So this guy, I don't know who he is, but he's on my friends list. So if I said Bling Queen, I'm going to add myself. Anyways, you can add, and there's the X, which is your ignore list, right? So if I had somebody that's online, let's pick somebody on top. Alpha. Let's use Alpha as the guinea pig. Now, hopefully the camera will pick that up, but right here, the name is actually lit up. And this is dim, more of a dim color, which indicates that they are offline and Alpha is online. Now, as you saw before, there was nothing, but now Alpha, I can see, is online. And we're going to click on that little icon again. Now, this means admin. There are no admins on currently, but if there were, that's where they would show up at. What are we? Okay, so now we're back to the online list. There is actually a little slot missing. This is interesting. I didn't know this before, but if you're not a part of a guild, then it doesn't show up. But if you are a part of a guild, then it does. How interesting. So normally, if I were to click on that, there's a fourth option, or fourth tab, I guess you could call it. And that would show all my guild players who are online, my guild mates. Like, let's say, for example, whatever DMT is, there's a lot of people on that one. My camera's a little off. I don't know, is it easier to move this way? I'm still in the setup process. Anyways, let's say I was in TC, the cloth. Then that would show up, but that tab's not there. So let's go back to explaining the game a little bit more. Like I said, to keep it simple, it's a 2D massive online role-playing game. I would say at the top, when it was at its prime, maybe about 5,000 players were online. Depending on who you talk to, other people remember different numbers. Some people say 3,000. Some people are like, no, what are you talking about? It never reached that high. It was only 500. I'm pretty sure I remember at least 3,000 people, because if you click on this, remember, this tells you how many people is online. So it would say 3,000, 5,000, whatever the number was back then. But that's what I remember, and I started playing this in maybe 2005, and this is marked as being up and running in 2003. And this has a lot of interesting story to it. I could say this has been up since 2003, and it's still being played in 2020, but what you didn't know is the actual main game is no longer available. This is actually a private server, because the main game is no longer available, and the original... Ooh, I leveled up. Did you guys see that? I wasn't even trying to. Man, that went pretty fast. So I'm going to take a pause. We're going to pause, and I'm going to explain what just happens. For leveling up, you have strength, int, wisdom, Aggie. I think that's avoiding. Contra, I have no idea. Oh, hi, errors. So someone had asked, is it worth playing again? I would definitely say so. A lot of people, you know, they play for nostalgia and errors. What am I recording with? OBS, that's what I'm recording with. Thank you, errors. That's going to be very useful for next time. This is the very first time I ever did a live stream, so still trying to learn all of this, but thank you. I am going to apply that next time. So we're going to go back to strength. I'm going to put this up. Do you want to train? Yes, I do. You're going to only get 3. You will only ever get 3 every time you level up. It does not matter if you're level 132. You still only get 3. And the grind in this game is pretty tough. In the beginning, it's not so much, but it definitely takes its toll on you after a while. Like, I'm on a place called Tutorial Island, and because of all these quests, I can level up to 4 pretty quickly. Now, there used to be a level lock where you could not leave this island until you were level 3 or 4. I don't remember which one it was. But it was locked until you could leave. Now, I'm going to walk us over to the boat real fast so we can see how we would leave this island. I'm not actually going to leave, although I could. Remember, I did say it used to have a level lock that is no longer there. I could just walk right off this island if I wanted to, but I'm just going to kind of show off the maps here. Let me try to go back to explaining. Again, this is marked as being released in 2003. I think people actually started playing it in 2004, though, if I'm correct about that. And I started about 2005. I believe I was maybe around 12. And there were at most 10 admins. At least there's 10 people accredited in the little credit section that goes up. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But there's a section that lists all the admins, and there are 10 names. Vult-r is the original creator of this game. He is no longer around. Again, I'm going to pause there. I'm going to go to this guy. Normally you would talk to him and say, yes, I'm ready to head out, but again, we're not going to go there yet. So vult-r is the original creator of this game, but he's no longer around. There is a YouTube video. Let me jump over to that real fast so I can read off the name. This is important, and it's a very interesting video. Okay, Arnold van der Host. Now this guy's important because he is supposedly the actual creator, vult-r, but there's been debates on is it really him or not. Honestly, I think it is. This video that is posted is labeled Endless Online Done, January 1st, 2014, and that sounds pretty correct to me when this game stopped like being up and running. Because in 2015, this private server was created. And this is now known as main clone. Main is no longer up and available. You can only play on clone. But if we, oh, there's people coming. But if it wasn't for, I'm going to name one of the four. His name is Sausage. This is his server, and he's the one that does things for this server, mainly around Halloween and Christmas. So there will be a Halloween event, most likely. I've been playing this server since 2015 when it first went up, and I actually didn't play in October of that year, but I did play in December. I did have the Christmas event, but I didn't have the Halloween event. But every single year since that point, there has been a Halloween and Christmas event. That's like the only kind of update we get, but it's not an actual update. I mean, it's very temporary, and then it's taken away. It's up for 1 week, and then it's taken away. If you were to YouTube Endless Online Events, those would show up. So everybody right now is anticipating the Halloween event. It's very close to coming. Let's see. Today is October the 21st. Not for much longer, though. It's almost 12 a.m. here. So if Halloween's on the 31st, then I would estimate the 25th or the 26th will be the Halloween event. And like I said, he has yet to be able to put that up, so it's most likely going to happen. I've made many notes here on what I'm going to talk about, and I kind of keep jumping around. So basically, 2003, vult-r. He owned it, he created it, he had a team, everyone's playing. It's hard to see where the peak of it was at, what year. I'm going to say about 2007 or 2008 because I was in middle school at that point, and the servers were so packed back then. It was so hard to get on. It was ridiculous, right? I can't tell you how many times I tried to log on and would disconnect because it was just like a system overload. In fact, I believe that it was so packed to the point where the servers just went down. And I'm not sure what the whole process is, but the server had to be upgraded in order to handle more people being on it. This is at least what I remember. Oh, why did I take on a snake? These guys are pretty strong. Okay, so that's what I remember from... Trying to think how old I was back then. Okay, I was yet in high school, so about, like I said, 13 at that point. Yeah, at that point in time, I was about 13. And that's what I remember. A lot of the players are younger players in mid-20s, early 30s. Some more, some less, but I would say vast majority of the players are like mid to late 20s. And maybe about 10 to 15% would be 30s or more. Basically, everyone's pretty close in age. There's so many things I want to touch on. Oh, my goodness. Touch base on it for, like, where to start. I wanted to kind of give an overview on the whole game itself. I know I keep jumping around. let's start with admins, I guess. Are all the original admins active? No, they're not. Remember, vult-r's the creator. He's gone. He has not been seen since probably this video, which supposedly is him. I think it is. So that's 2014. I think the last active admin was Sakura, who I believe did mostly art. It's possible she worked on other things, but she was mostly known for art. She was pretty active, but basically one by one all the admins started to disappear, and she was kind of left to handle it by herself, which eventually she disappeared too. Like I said, there is so much history in Endless Online. I don't know how to even cover it all. There was a point where there was a really bad duplication, which kind of destroyed Endless Online's economy. I better heal. I'm dying here. Yeah, it just absolutely destroyed Endless Online. I say economy, but it really was like the whole game. Things were just crazy. On top of that, there were botters. It got pretty destroyed. And the admins did take notice. This is before they completely disappeared. They did take notice, and they decided on doing a reset. There were 2 different resets from what I could remember. Now, there could be more. This is just what I very specifically remember. There was a gold wipe. Who's this random person? Okay, there was a gold wipe, so people weren't too happy about that, obviously. And then, to make it worse, there was a character wipe. So every single character was just cleared. That really did Endless Online in. I mean, a lot of people quit after that point. Some people restarted. I just so happened to be able to get my name back. Here's another interesting thing. Although the main person that created this is no longer around, we still have Sausage. Sausage managed to actually get the whole entire database and transfer it over, so all those original accounts that were created after the wipe are still, well, they were still available, but I think last year, the year before, they were wiped. But, I mean, still, for a good 3 years, they were just kind of hanging out. But people weren't claiming them, and it was most likely that those people weren't going to come back, so they just did a character wipe on those names that were not claimed. Also, there was password reset that was taken away. I'm doing more talking than playing, aren't I? There was a password reset that was taken away. Basically, you made a ticket and they would help you get in. But the thing is, you would have to remember your password. If you couldn't remember your password, you weren't getting back in, right? So that was kind of a sting for some people. They're like, oh, I know my username, I just don't know my password, I need help. Now, some people did manage to get their account back, I guess depending on who they talk to. Now, there's 4 different admins. You have Sausage, who is the main admin, Game Master. And then you have Plasma Star, who is, what I can tell, one of the most active currently. I wonder if he's on. This is usually for the time frame where I'm at. This is usually where he comes on. No, he's not. In fact, I don't think there's anybody on right now, this admin. But Plasma Star is the one I see the most. Sausage is very rare for coming on. I don't blame him. There's not much on here to do, but he still keeps the game up and running. And then you have, I'm going to say Sorty, but I know I'm not pronouncing it right. There is a correct way to pronounce it. I don't remember. It's like Shorde. I don't know. I tried. And then the last is Blalozor, which many people I'm sure will say blow. But apparently it's pronounced blah, not blow. So those are our 4 main active admins. The question is, how active? I don't know. Plasma Star is the one I see on most. But honestly, it rotates on, like... I love the nostalgia this game gives me too, especially when I'm playing. Sorry, I'm reading the comments section. I just totally get pulled away. So if I listen to a specific song while I'm playing this game, I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally remember hearing this song while playing this, and it's just like a throwback, especially now that it's fall. I remember playing Endless Online, listening to, I think it's called Photograph by, who is it, Nickelback? Listening to that song, and also Wake Me Up When September Ends, and just staring at the window and watching the leaves fall. That's like a big memory for me. So yes, a lot of people still play this game for nostalgia. Now again, let's check the online list. Let's see who's online. 39 people. That's understandable. For me, it's 11:30 p.m. That's normal. On weekends, this usually tends to get about 70 to 80 people. Every once in a while, it does hit 100. Look at this photograph. No, don't make me sing it. And again, there's so many tutorials on this on how to play and what to do and where to go, where I just kind of want to give like a briefing of history. I'm probably not doing so good at it, but like I'm just jumping around. So you got 4 active admins. I would say Plasma Star is the most active. I think Sortie would be second most active, but honestly, it swaps around. And I can only say that for the time frame that I'm awake. I don't know who's on after I'm sleeping. And it kind of alternates around. Like when I very first started playing in 2015, actually, all 4 of them were very active back then. And then it kind of changed around, where it was more Sortie and Blazor. And Plasma was kind of hit and miss, but yeah, I just noticed throughout the years it changes, which, yeah, that's totally understandable. You know, these are actual people that have lives, and they're doing their own thing, and they can't be on 24/7. So, yes, we do have active admins. They're just not like super amazing active, whatever that would be. But yeah, there's still 4 of them. That's pretty good. There's plenty of other private servers, too. The only thing with that is they do good for a while and then not so much after that. Like, the biggest one is, well, it was currently Stavis server. I think it was just called, oh, Rewind. Okay, it's called Rewind. That was doing incredible for a while. But last I checked, then this is like probably last month, it had no players on it, but I think they were still doing updates. There's Bones Underground, which I believe is the biggest competition right now for main clone, if I remember correctly. I don't play a lot of servers. In fact, I'm pretty dedicated to this one. Although I have jumped on Rewind, I even did a video on that, and I did a little review on it. That's somewhere in my videos if you are interested in checking that out. As for Underground, I popped on it maybe last month or the month before. It's okay. It didn't strike my interest, but a lot of people love that game. Let's see. You know, I think now I'll do Simplicity. Talking about the simplicity of this game. It's very easy to look at. I mean, honestly, I love this style because it's like looking at a Game Boy. I mean, I'm totally thrown back. It's like playing Pokemon Red again. Look at this. I love the like pixel art style here. And I would say most people play because of nostalgia. I was even asking around earlier, why would you play Endless Online? What is it for you? And people are like, it's definitely nostalgia. I mean, you have other games like Assassin's Creed, okay, amazing graphics. That is a nice thing to look at compared to this. Honestly, I think only the 90 kids can really appreciate this, just because we were there and we saw that transition from like this being the main graphics to more advanced things. There was also RuneScape back in the day, which I am told this is heavily based off of. Like a lot of, oh no, there's another one. Oh, what was it called? I'm not going to remember what it's called, but somebody else said it was based based off of something else. There's a lot of similarities you can see, so that's kind of neat. I should let him kill that pig. I should go do a quest. Let's collector. I'm going to click on collector. It's hard collecting goat horns. Okay, he said 2 goat horns. Let's see if he actually meant it, though. Ha! No. He means 6. Oh, apparently I have 3? Alright. That's something Endless is very well known for. The dialogue. Like, if you can catch it, you'll read something, and then you'll go to check your quest and be like, wait a minute, that's a completely different number than what you told me. So, again, what do you say? 2 or 3 goat horns? And now I find out it's actually 6. So, yeah, there's a lot of things like that in Endless Online. Let's see if I can find more goat horns. I would say one of the biggest things for me, too, playing this game is definitely the nostalgia. I want to say 12 when I first started playing. I remember my sister was searching around for free games, and what do you know, this one pops up. So I was kind of watching her play, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, I like that. And I have 2 biggest memories of when I first saw Endless Online. One was the swamp, which is like down where Reapers down where the Reapers is. And another is, I'm going to say it was near the ice caves, because I remember seeing snow on the map, and I think penguins. That's like my first memories of Endless Online. And I know it was Christmas time too, because if I just close my eyes, I can see that Christmas sign popped up. I'm like, oh, I remember that. And that's another cool thing Sausage does. He actually grabs the Christmas map and he puts it up for Avon. He also created a new map, which is called Land of Dolls. Doll Land, or Land of Dolls, something of that sort, where it's just completely covered in snow, and there's these little dolls running around. You kill them, and you can get some really cool drops, like Devil, Cook, Turtle. Did I say Turtle? I mean Devil. I don't think you get Devil. Never mind that one. Okay, but Panda and Turtle for sure. They're on lure, and if you don't know what that means you can actually share it. There are some things in this game, like this apple. This apple is lore. Okay, watch. I'm gonna put this apple down. Oh, I can't drop it. Yeah, that's basically what a lore item does. What? I'm thinking of making a girl character. Reading the comments again. Yeah, gold digging is pretty big on Endless Online too. You can't tell who's a boy, who's a girl, right? It's always send pics or it didn't happen. Oh no, I died. I'm not paying attention. I'm just like talking my head off here. Okay, let me eat some more apples. I don't know if you guys caught that, but when you start this game, you're automatically given 10 apples. Just 10 random shiny apples for health. That was a nice little add-on. What do I got? 3 horns still. Wait, awesome, awesome. Okay, so one of the not so great things that Endless Online is also known for is drop rates. They're terrible. My husband won't play with me because the drop rates are so bad. And you can see I just kind of been running around killing stuff for quite a while, and I'm not getting very many drops. What am I at? Okay, I'm level 1. Oh, let me explain more of this screen. So you got gold, right? Gold count. This is your gold bag. EXP. I have 1,030. Oh, I have that. That's what I already have. And TNL, till next level. TNL, next level. So that means I need to get 34 more experience points. Let me go to chat log. Let me just stare at the screen. Okay, system. What I'm doing is I'm checking how much experience points each monster gives. What's a pig? He gives me 10. So you saw I gained 10. I go back here and look at that. It went down. Let's kill this guy. Oh, he went down again. Now I only need 12 more before I'm level 2. Okay, so back to the Halloween event. I know I'm just jumping around, but it's like... oh, I leveled up again. Alright, level 2. Again, we're going to put that in strength because I need that, right? This is... You see my character doing this random angry face? Yes, there are emotions you can do on the number keypads. I am currently not doing that. Look, my hands are up here. I am not touching the keyboard. I noticed that something else Endless Online does. It glitches out a lot. And sometimes your character will just walk. Just keep walking. Again, you don't have to be touching the keyboard. It just does its own thing. But since we're doing emotions, let's see. Let's see what number 7 does. Hearts. I already know it's hearts. Oh! It won't let me do it. You know what? I might have to close out Endless Online. Oh! Never mind. Okay. 7. Hearts. 8. I always called it the dancing banana, but I guess it's more of a moon. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a moon or is that a banana? I guess it's a moon. It makes sense if it's a moon because Endless Online's logo is a moon. But still, a dancing banana. Okay, the noose sign, disgust. I guess that would be disgust. This is yawning. Love, of course. Number 4, that's a cursing, swearing, angry, whatever you want to call it. Confusion. Exclamation marks. So like surprised. Happy. Happy sun face. Cool happy sun face because he got sunglasses on. Anger, again. Or frustration. I guess frustration is more accurate. See, like that would be more anger. And that's more frustration. Look at that face. Look at those eyebrows on her. Oh my goodness. She's mad. Don't want to mess with her. Oh, now she's crying. And some people don't know about the 2 bottom ones. You're a legend? An arena legend? I never was good at arena. I mean, I'm good sometimes, but not all the time. This is the sticking your tongue out face. So that's number 0, and the dot is actually 1, 2, which... Pigs, get out of the way! You're ruining it! Oh my goodness. You see that? They're like photobombing me. Totally. Oh, she's blushing. That's so cute. Okay. Okay, Halloween event. That's what I was gonna talk about. Yes, that is very soon coming up. Probably next week. It's most likely gonna start next week. That's the thing. We don't know usually what the exact date is, but Sausage usually does it 1 week before. It's usually, from what I've examined from the past 4 years of playing this server, when he puts it up, it's usually just goes for 1 week, and it's usually over November 1st or November 2nd. Not always. Again, it's always changing. It's different. I can just tell you, it'll probably be up for a week, which is gonna start next week. Maybe he'll surprise us and do this Saturday. I don't know. And nobody tells you these things, okay? They don't update the website, so you don't know. You have to log on, or you have to be like, yo, log on. Guess what's happening right now? The Halloween event. That is the only way to know. Which, if you're like, well, where is it? It's an even. It's an even square. Okay, I should probably, like, actually kill goats, because I have 3, and you know that the drop rates are absolutely horrible. So, let me keep on that. Community. Let's talk about community real fast. This was such an interesting question. I wrote this down, okay? Someone answered, and I want to read it. Yes, I actually took notes. I went around talking to people, and I was taking notes for what they were telling me on questions I asked. Okay, my question was, what's the best and worst thing about Endless Online? Oh my gosh, a goat horn! I didn't even notice that. Did I get that drop? Let's see. This is a cool thing. I don't know if I dropped that goat horn, but I can actually go back and see if I did. Yes, NPC dropped 1 goat horn. Although if there's another player on the map, that's also going to show up as something dropped. But I was able to pick that up right away, which wasn't locked. Usually items that fall from your kill are locked, and you can't pick it up. I mean, other people can't pick it up for a good 30 seconds maybe. I think it's about 30 seconds or a minute. Like, let's say that, oh man, I was actually going to follow him around and see if he would get a drop and try to pick it up before he did, but it won't work. There's a little thing on the bottom that pops up saying this item is protected by so-and-so. This person right here, his name is Meat. I think it's Meat. Ah, it is Meat. Good username. So his name is Meat, and if I was to try to pick up his item, I would get a little message on the bottom saying, this item is protected by Meat. Cannot pick it up. Or something of that effect. I made a little comic strip. If you don't know anything about my YouTube channel, I actually make content of Endless Online. That is literally all it's dedicated to. My blanket fell down. Or did you take it? I'm distracted here. Anyways, that's like the only thing I make it for. And I like to draw, kind of like an anime style or a comic, and I voice act them, and I just make so much fun of Endless Online. And I have already done one on drop rates, definitely. And what was the latest one I did? I think it was making fun of that glitch that happens where you get a drop, you pick it up, and then it disappears. Where did it go? I don't know. The game doesn't tell you. Well, apparently, if you log out and log back in, it shows up. Again, one of the many bugs Endless Online has. It's a good game. It's a good game. It just has a lot of owie spots, as I call it. A lot of owies. What was I talking? Community. I was going to talk on community. Okay, so yeah, community is kind of the best and worst thing about Endless Online. You're like, what are you talking about? How does that make sense? I don't know. Basically, there's a lot of toxic people. Like, you guys probably can't read Globe, but there's nothing interesting being said on there. But yeah, there's a lot of toxic people, but there's also a lot of good people, a lot of good friends. I've made some pretty good friends on Endless Online who I really like and enjoy. And it can be toxic, but it's also really fun to be around. People are interesting. I would say a huge part of this game is definitely the community and talking to other people and just... Coco! My dog. He's an old man. He likes to complain a lot. He likes to remind me that he's old. Go lay down. Coco, go lay down. 1 minute. Hey, go lay down. Go. Go lay down. Thank you. Here's something that somebody said. Now, I was quoting people. I'm not going to say who said them, but I just thought it was interesting. Somebody said, Endless Online attracts unique people. It has a unique player base, including non-gamers. Okay, so you don't even have to be a gamer to play this game. Really, you don't. I mean, there are definitely a lot of customizations. You could totally play this, as someone put it, as like a social fashion show RPG element with RPG elements. That's what they said. Like, yeah, I can totally agree with that. Like, if I was to log into my character right now, I dress to look pretty, and somebody actually pointed that out before. They're like, you don't dress to be powerful or make your character like top notch. You try to look pretty. I'm like, yes, I do. That's kind of the nice thing about Endless Online. You don't have to be OP. You do to do certain things, like the horrible Odd quest, and you're like, Bling, what's the Odd quest? I don't know. You don't want to know. But I'm going to tell you anyways, because that's what this video is all about. So I'm going to pull this up and also play at the same time, simultaneously. Hey, look at that. That is a Game Boy. That is a pink Game Boy. That is good stuff right there. Oh no, did I delete it? Oh, no. I was saving that for later. Hold up. Maybe I can pull it out of the trash can. That sounds super good, doesn't it? Yep, I deleted it. Okay, basically the odd quest is absolutely horrible. You have to collect so much. I'm going to just randomly talk about it while I pull up the list somebody posted for what you need to do for it. It's just, it's brutal. It really is. I asked people what's the hardest quest. I already knew the answer, but I wanted to see if others would agree with it. Oh, someone over here said they found the toxic side of EO. Yep, it's definitely there, and I don't think it's going anywhere. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I totally had this ready to go earlier, but I am not ready now. What happened? I don't know, guys. Would I know of it? Have I ever completed it myself? No, absolutely not. It's insane. No way am I doing that. Basically, you have to collect 100 items of 100 of X item. I know for sure there's piggies, which, okay, back in the day when the server was so cramped, I mean, there was like no room to stand at all. You were literally standing wall to wall to wall. You were standing on people. You could have a stack of 50 people in one spot. That's how cramped the servers were back then. Now, imagine that. Imagine being in like a little map like I am now and just literally squares full of people. And now you're told, hey, in order to complete this quest, I'm going to send you into an area that's going to be like very rare spawns. Because where the pigs are, back in the day, there were not that many pigs. Just like these. Now, where I am in Tutorial Island, yeah, there's pigs here. But once you leave this island, you cannot go back. You are stuck. Or not stuck, I guess. How do I want to word this? You can't go back. So once you're off or on, you're stuck being on, but once you're off, you can't go back. Now, I just got a pig drop, so the game could make a liar out of me. That's the only reason that pig dropped, but I can tell you, I can promise you, it is not that easy to get a piggy at all. Especially back in the day. Getting 100 of these guys, that was not going to happen. And yet, somehow, somebody managed to do that. Many people did. Even to this day. So basically, the odd quest is considered like the ultimate boss, okay? Especially what's up there. They're called wreaths. They're like little ghosts. And you can't see some of them. You can see some of them, but others are invisible and they're attacking you. I mean, they wipe you out. My experience going up into the haunted mansion for the very first time, or haunted house, sorry. Haunted house for the very first time. Someone was like, hey, can you tank for me? I'm like, yeah, sure. If you don't know what that means, all that means is I get onto an OP account. I take health pots with me, and then I just take hits while somebody's like attacking my character. So someone asked, well, hey, what do you have? Can you do that for me? I had a level 52. They gave me pots, or maybe I had some. I don't know. I don't know how many pots I had. I just know it was not nearly the amount I needed, which people go in there with like, what, 4,000? Probably 4,000. And I had like, I don't know, 400? Yeah. Guess how quickly I died. I am on the website right now. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about is the website. Like, I know, I'm jumping all over the place, but there's so much to cram into this. This is going to be like more than one episode. Monsters, that's what I'm looking for. Now, I'm going to turn this around so you guys can read this. Now, this says Ancient Wreath on there, and you can see there's a picture missing. That's not an accident. You can't see this monster. It's not possible. I think they even took the map off. I'll show you what I mean by map. Okay, if I do this little orange dot, I hope the camera picks that up pretty good. This little orange dot, that's my character. The red ones, those are all the enemies. This blue one here, that is an entrance. Like, if I go like this, it's telling me that's something I can interact with. This green is another player. Purple is an NPC. Oh, look, a piggy. Can I pick that up? Haha, this item is protected by me. I told you guys. I don't know if you can read it on the bottom, and I have my little pointer turned off. Take it. I got 4. Ah, thank you. Look at that. Like, do you see how sweet that person is? That's a sweet person right there. Like, that was pretty hard to run into back in the day. People were like, oh, don't you touch my pig. In fact, they would KS you. Do you know what KS means? That means they would kill steal you. They could do that back in the server. Like, you would be working so hard on killing a monster, and then you got this much left, and then some random dude comes in, right? And they just swipe kill it. They totally stole your kill. They get the item you were trying so hard to get, and that's it. That was it. Later, they added in, what's it called? It's basically like a kill steal protection where they can't take your item. I want to say player lock. I don't know if that's the right word, but anyways, yeah, I mean, it was very competitive back in the day. Even now, I don't know if there is still a lock like that. It used to be that when a player hit an enemy, that first hit is kind of registered, alright? It's registered as, hey, this one player, I belong to it, is the only person that can kill me. So other people around you couldn't attack that monster. And then even if you died, I think it was still locked for a while, kind of like how the protection lock was for items. So yeah, you couldn't do anything about it. I don't know if that's still a thing. I should totally see if it is. I should, like, practice on this guy. He ran off somewhere, though. Gosh, I'm jumping around everywhere, aren't I? Okay, I was going to show a picture of what's up at the haunted house. There we go. So this is what I'm looking for. These are the wreaths. These are up in haunted house. My camera's a little laggy, so hopefully this is in shot. It should be, because this is where my face is. Okay, back to playing the game. Sorry. Oh, I'm all over the place. I can't keep track of what I talked about when I haven't. Haunted house, Halloween event, collecting horns because I need 6. There's so much to go over. I don't even know where to start in the beginning or where I'm at. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's check the horn count. I got 5. I need 6. Okay, we're doing good on that. Halloween event is supposedly going to start next week. I don't know when, but it's most likely guaranteed. Most likely. Haunted house is where the wreath... Okay, I remember now. The ultimate quest is trying to do the awe quest. And you got to collect 100 of X items. I know for sure piggies were one of them. Apparently there's a level lock too. I didn't know that. I don't know how accurate that is, but somebody said that you gotta be like level 25, maybe? I don't know. I think they said it was level 25 in order to first start it. There's already a level cap for when you can start the quest. Like, that's pretty bad, if you ask me. But, I don't know. I guess if it's the ultimate quest, it makes sense. And then, to make things worse, there was an ending point. You had to be level 38. So what? That's like, oh. Okay, is this my lady? Okay. My lady. So, I was asking questions to people. And she said, level required to start was 28. Level required to finish was 33. Begins on the 6th floor of the haunted house. These are the requirements you have to do. Kill Reaper, and everything I'm about to list off are considered bosses in Endless Online. Kill Reaper. Kill Anudo Ninja. Kill Octo. Kill Apozen. That was a pretty hard one. Apozen used to be like the top-notch thing that you had to kill until the Awe quest started, and then that was like, you know, the boss level. Like, think level 100 in Sword Art Online. That's what we're talking about. Alright, then you had to get 100 pickies, 100 snake teeth, 100 tenba bags, 100 imp stings, 100 worm heads, get 10 dragon wings? What? Again, I never did this. Get 500 player kills. in order to complete the all quest. You have to kill 400 people, and if you don't know, there is a player versus player area. A player, why? A player versus player area, which back in the day, good luck just getting through the door, okay? People were just sitting there. So you got the door, and then you go through. There's like a row of people that were just killing people as they came in. Which, thinking about it now, that's a really smart idea, because how else are you going to get your player kills in, right? That was pretty smart. But I wonder how many people were actually doing it for that reason. In fact, most likely they were doing it just to be a jerk. Like, ha ha ha, you can't get in. You suck. I'm level like 120. What are you, 5? Yeah, that totally sounds like an uninstalled person right there. Is that another gold horn? Oh my goodness, guys. I got 6. Alright, let's go turn those in. Alright, there was something else I had to read. Reward. Ancient Wreath Key. And that unlocks the top level of the haunted house, which, again, you got mobs that they hit hard. They kill you fast. And they're invisible. Some of them are invisible. You don't see them coming, so... yeah, that's the Ancient Wreath quest. Oh, and 50,000 experience points. Honestly, I don't know if that's even worth it. If I was trying to get experience points, I'd probably do the Temba quest. That's a lot easier. If you kill 60 of those things, you get experience points, and you also get Temba bags, which, depending on who you're selling it to, you can probably sell it for a good, like, 3 to 5K, depending, because a lot of people are trying to make their... I don't know if it's Aron or the Baruta. You know, I think it's the Aron that you need that to make it with. Dragon wings and... wait. No, 20 Temba bags? It's been a while since I crafted it. Let me talk to this dude. And get whatever it is my reward is. Yahoo! You gained 500 experience points in 2 health pots. Wow, thanks. That's actually pretty good. Okay, and you saw me click on him. I now cannot click on him again. It's done. I'm clicking on him. Nothing's popping up. It's done. I can't go back, right? So, let's see where we're at. I'm level 2. Yay! I got 34 gold. I am so rich right now. Experience points. Oh, 1,966. TNL, 1,627. Now, let's pause and really look into what I just said. I am level 2. I'm level 2. I am killing things that give me 16 experience points. What was it? Okay, 10. There's something else I'm going to add on. Just to let you know how hard this game was. And then we're going to go over here. And we're going to kill some snakes. Just so I can throw that into with my experience numbers. This guy might have got them all. I don't know, guys. But if he did, we can just go over to the next side, really. Oh, there's a snake. He blends in so well. I barely saw him. As you can see, it takes a while to kill. What are we, like 15 seconds? Oh my goodness. I can see I'm halfway off camera, so I'm trying to scoot back in, but I got a bit of a lag. So, oh, 22. That wasn't bad. So, we're looking at 22 at most. I'm almost dead because of that snake. 16. And 10, was it? Yeah, 10. Oh, and there's a 12. Okay, back to the tab here. I'm level 2. I need 1,605. Which, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. But here's the thing. I believe, if I remember correctly, there was an experience increase. Like, double. So everything you're seeing was half of that in the original. Again, the original main is no longer working. You can't access that. And if you were to go to endless-online.com, that's where the main was, the original server. You can still go to the website and check it out if you wanted to, but you can't download it. Or if you did, it's no longer like up and running. You'll get a server is no longer available message of that, something like that. So where you would have to go is game.endless serve, and that's spelled S-E-R-V, there is no E, .net/index. Okay, so back on the main, the experience points was so little. The grind is intense. Like, it's crazy. Now, Sausage actually did a double experience. I think they marked that on their website, too. Let me just double check, but if I remember correctly, that's what they did. They upped the EXP by 2. If it's still on the website. They changed things, though. I don't see it here. Anyways, that's what I remember hearing. And I know goats used to give 8, so let's go kill this goat. Whoops. Hold ups. Hold ups. Oh, to my goodness. Okay, goat, you're going to die. He gets 16. Yeah, okay. I know goats used to give 8. So yeah, double is definitely accurate. Let's go find another quest to do. Oh, let's go do the hidden treasure. That means I have to go down. Now, I don't remember if these quests were originally added to the main server or if these were added afterwards. It's been a very long time since I have been on Tutorial Island on the main. The last time I played was 2015. Again, that's when the main went down, and then this main clone, as we refer to it, that's when this went up. So, yeah. Okay, that's a snake hunter. I'm looking for the little boy. I remember he has the hidden treasure quest. Let's go look for that. Is that one more down? Let's go find out. Yes, it is. Okay. Run! They were on main? Okay, thank you. I wasn't too sure. Like, I can't remember. It's so long ago. Now, maybe you guys... Okay, he's telling me to go find some clues. I say, yeah, let's do this. Uh-huh. Aye. I'm not playing your silly game. We're going to swing by the shop real fast. I just want to point something out. There are a little bit of difference between main and clone server. So if you remember back then, you could actually buy glasses. You can't do that now. Those are considered DC items, which you will still see people wearing, which I actually have a pair on one of my alts. And the way I got that, I think somebody gave them to me. But something I'm recalling is Sausage out of the blue just randomly did an event. Like an actual event. What was it? Hide and seek. Okay, so Sausage was going around to different parts of the map. Like, he was teleporting there, and he would say on globe little hints. Like, I remember when I found him, I was close by, and his hint was, I can see my house from here. Skyland! Alright, Sky Wonder. That's where I went, and there he was, and I got this little reward. It was some sort of star, I think. Okay, he did this, I believe, 5 or 10 times. I think it was 10. One of them was the most remote house in the desert. Or maybe it was just the most remote house you'll ever see. Something among those lines. But yeah, that's the little house out in the desert. Anyways, we did this event. Again, this was very rare. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. And he handed out these little stars. Every time you found him, you got a star, right? And later, he went to Avon, and he said, alright guys, everybody that has a star, come to me. So, you know, we all came, and sometimes it was the same person, sometimes it wasn't, and he said, alright guys, this is how this is going to work. If you have 1 star, you can get such and such and such. If you have 2 stars, you can get such and such and such. If you have 3 stars, you can get, he had like, I think Panda and Turtle were like 3 stars. I think I only had 1, and one of my friends had 3, and I said, take my star. And he's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, take it. Like, you know, what am I going to do with it? Because the thing I wanted the admin hat because it's pink. Let me click on Cindy. But he said, no, you can't have that. I was like, oh man, that's like the only thing I want, right? That's the only thing I want. The pink admin hat and the good wings. Is it good wings? Not good force. Those are like the big hunky ones. I just want the wings, like the cute little angel wings. That's like all I want in this online. So I gave it to them, and I believe they asked for glasses. So that is one way to get glasses. This is rare event, right? And okay, those little Land of the Dolls I was talking about for Christmas event, those I believe can also drop glasses. Like, if I was to go to the website right now, I'm going to do that. You guys can't see that, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go to NPCs, and then I'm going to go to Monsters, and then I'm going to scroll down. Christmas dolls. I believe that's what they're called. Hold on, let me look. Nope. Nope. Ah, doll. It's just called doll. So I clicked on doll. Oh. Well, make a liar out of me. Never mind. Hold up. They should still be here. Let me scroll a little slower. Someone PM me. Let me scroll a little slower. Weird. I don't see them now. Okay, you know what? Anyways, it wasn't the dolls. You know what? Thinking about it now, it wasn't the dolls. Hi, Egg. It was the dolls would drop a scroll, a Christmas chest scroll. And then someone's PMing me. No. This sad face. They asked if I remember them. I'm like, no, I don't. Anyways, they would drop a Christmas chest, and you would kill the chest. And that chest would drop something rare. Like, maybe that'll show up if I look up Christmas chest. Oh, you know what? I didn't go to the events tab. That's why. Okay, so if you go to NPCs on the website, again, that's game.eoserve, and there will be no E at the end of serve.net. And what I'm looking at specifically, it has a /NPCs. It has Halloween 2015, Christmas 2015, Halloween. Anyways, we're going to click on Christmas. And there you go. There's the Christmas chest. Again, you guys can't see this. I'm just re-explaining. I'm going to tell you what drops from there. A title certificate. You can get a festive crystal, a Christmas hat. And again, the drop rates, they're different. For if it's like a super rare item, it's going to be like a super rare number. Like 1 out of a million, right? Talk about shiny Pokemon. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. Okay, Panda, here we go. Panda and Turtle you can get from Christmas Scrolls. Again, at the end of the year, it is very, very likely Sausage is going to put up a Christmas event. He does it every year. I've been playing since 2015, and he has always done a Christmas event and a Halloween event. It usually goes for 1 week. And if you happen to play during then, you have a chance to get a panda costume dropping from a Christmas scroll or a turtle. These are on lore. Nice little thing about that. And if you don't know what that means, you can't. Lore means you can't drop it. It's like attached to your character. You can take it on and off, but you can't drop it. You can put it in your bank, or you can wear it, or you can put it in your inventory, but you can't drop it. You can't trade it. The only way you can get rid of it is to junk it. And there is a little junk. I can remember the name. There's a little junk button right here. Let me pull up my YouTube. There we go. There's a little junk button right here in the corner. Oh, can you guys not see that? Hold on. Okay, let me resize this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, but it doesn't mess with it too much. This is my first stream ever. Watch me just like destroy everything. Error, dumping all data. Hi. Hey, up. Okay. Someone said my name. Well, I used to play. Someone's PMing me and someone's talking to me, so I'm like, oh, Burry! Oh my goodness. We're going to talk about him in just a second. This dude right here, he's all decked out on Nuba Island. He cannot do that, alright? So, I don't know how he's doing it. We're just going to poke him. You, hacksaw. Let's look at his paper doll! Oh my goodness, guys! He has the audacity to be all decked out on Nuba Island. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so, you may or may not already know this. Once you leave this island, you cannot go back. There is no way. Unless you do this neat little thing that's, it's hacking, it's cheating. I can't go into detail of it because I don't know how it works, but basically I know that you have scrolls and somehow people manage to get these scrolls and they can put you back here, but normally these scrolls are not accessible. So this guy, I can tell there's something up. Now, it's very possible that he pulled this off. This is an old account, maybe. Like, here's a nice little thing, too. If I go to a place called, oh my goodness, we just call it Blow Esogs, Esig. Stupid pronouncing it, blah. Okay, basically, I can go to this website, and I can look up anybody's name, and it gives me a little bit of information on them. So let's look up Burry, B-U-R-I, B-U-R-I. I typed his name in the bar. He has only been playing for 10 hours and 42 minutes, and he's level 7. Okay, this is what I was getting at. If you have an older account and you manage to get into it, yeah, there's still old hacky people that were around. I'm gonna think of how to reword that. Okay, so let's say in main, not main clone. Again, this is a private server. In main, if somebody who still had their account after the wipe, they still had the account and they managed to do this hack again, and they got into Nuba Island during this hack, and then the main went down, Sausage got the database, transferred it over to main clone. Oh, there he is. That would explain how he got into here. Unless he did something new. I don't know. Maybe it's a secret admin. I don't know. I don't know. All I can tell you is that he is most definitely not supposed to have all this stuff. You can't get it on this map. It's not possible. Oops. So that's pretty cool that we actually got to see this today. It really is. I totally agree with that. If you could, someone's talking in the comments, if you could change your skin to panda or fish, that would be pretty cool because that's an actual thing, right? If I was to log on to another account, if you guys never played the Halloween event before, there's some, you can actually get skeleton skin. Sausage added that in. You couldn't originally get that in main, I believe. It might have been a price. It's very possible it was a price for some people. But on a normal occurrence, there's no way. So Burry, that guy that was standing down there, I call him a hacksaw, and he said, thank you. There's no way to get... Oh my gosh, I just totally lost my train of thought. It's midnight. I gotta go to work. I gotta wake up and go to work at 8 a.m. But let's keep going. I totally can't. What was I saying? I don't even know. I don't even know what I was saying now. I should probably go to bed, but I just want to. Okay, skin. I was talking about skin. So if you want skeleton skin, you have a chance to get it, and it's a pretty good chance at that. During the Halloween event, when Sausage puts it up, which will most likely be next week, it's so easy. If you were to type in Endless Online Halloween event, you will see past events, which has been the same event he's been putting up for like the past 3 years. And let's see, I'm gonna look that up so I can tell you guys who posted what Halloween event. Endless online. Let's go. Okay, so first thing that pops up is Donovan Kun. He has a picture of the Halloween event, or that's his thumbnail, and he recorded and took pictures, so that's a nice thing to look at if you've never seen it before. It's a really easy event, and it's a community event. There's no really other way to explain it other than it's a community event. You can't do this event by yourself. It's not possible at all. I suppose it could be if you were the only one online. Let's say you're playing test and like you were the only person. I suppose you could, but I honestly don't think you could, because there are so many. You would have to be really high level and hit pretty hard. There's a bunch of monsters coming in at you at once, and the idea is to play as a group. You go in as a group, you kill everything along the way. It's like you have to clear the floor before the next map opens up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 maps you have to clear, and I kid you not, this takes about a half hour to do. Every single time! There's a little hole that opens up in the ground in Avon. It opens up in the ground in Avon every single hour on the hour. And everybody goes in. It's really hard to explain, so if you don't know what the Halloween event is and you're interested, I would recommend looking at these videos. Or just log in next week and see if it's up. That's what you have to do, really. Because like I said, unless you're in like the Endless Online Discord group, which on my other videos I do have an invitation you can click on, and if you're not a part of it already, you should be. It's really nice. What I was getting at is that they're pretty good at saying, hey, such and such is happening on Endless Online, come join. Unless you're just going to check yourself. So either check out the video if you haven't already and you're interested, or just wait till sometime, I don't know when, I don't have an exact day, to see the Halloween event. Okay, you know what? What was I doing? Talk to the boatman. I'm not leaving. Treasure! Oh my gosh. I don't know what my clue was. I know where the treasure is, though. I'm pretty sure the first one is over here. So, we're looking for the treasure from the little boy to complete that quest. This goat's so in my way. I'm gonna have to kill it now. Like, he obviously wanted to die. Otherwise, he wouldn't have walked in front of me. Right? So, let's head down there and complete this quest. This should have been done probably like 30 minutes ago. Again, there's so much to explain about this game, the history of it. I mean, how do you tell somebody, hey, this game came out in 2003 and it's still being played in 2020, except it hasn't been updated since like 2014. By the way, the original creator doesn't play. In fact, we're not actually playing on the main server, we're playing on a clone server. How do you explain all that? It's so much easier to be like, you know, it's a massive role-playing online game, and it's 2D. It's so much easier to say that instead of like do the full-blown explanation of it. And some of you might, if you don't know, you're gonna be like, well, how did it go down? Why is it down? I think, okay, I clicked on this little pile of dirt. That's where the first clue is, and we're gonna take it back. Sorry, I'll finish that thought in just a second. Okay, again, my question was, why did it go down? I mean, if we're being honest, the creator just gave up. He didn't care anymore. He gave up. He just kind of walked away. He didn't even care enough to give it to somebody to succeed it. He just totally gave up, walked away, and called it good. That's what I would say if you're like, well, why'd it go down? Honestly, the creator, he didn't care anymore. He gave up. He didn't care what happened to it. If you're talking to other people, they're going to be like, well, it's Sausage's fault. Sausage is to blame. Sausage, like, did such and such to the server. He got taken down. It's his fault. He got jealous. He wanted to start his own server. And so on and so forth. Well, again, I'm like, but if vult-r really cared enough, he would have got it back. He could have done that. He totally could have done that. He has full rights to this game. It's his game. Like, if he wanted to still be here today, he would. At least that's my take on it. And he could have passed it on to somebody else. There was like 10 people, 10 admins. He could have given it to one of them. I believe Sakura, somebody somewhere was doing an interview to Sakura, one of the admins on here. Probably one of the most active admins of the 10. I say 10, but I guess there was more so 8. 10 people are listed on the credits, but altogether there's only about 8 that were actually active. Somebody asked Sakura about vult-r, what happened to him. She says, I don't know. Back before he disappeared, I even said, hey, pass it on to somebody. Let somebody take this game over. It's a good game. You can even sell it. It has a pretty good player base, which back then it did. Depending on who you talk to, they would give you a random number. Oh, there was only 300. No, actually, there was 4,000. No, there were 6,000 players. Like, depending on who you talk to. I personally, I think I remember 3,000 or 5. No, I don't remember 5,000. 3,000 is what pops in my head. But people were like, oh, no, you're making stuff up. It never got that high. I remember it that. And I was like 12 when I first started. Okay, Danny. There you go. I didn't read that, but I've done this so many times that I'm pretty sure it's the dirt pile that's down below. So let's go complete this quest. I'm going to probably have to end the stream soon. I'll be ready next time. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. Again, this is my very first stream. And I'll just have to kind of make it a little bit more smoother next time around. But now I know what to do, what to expect. This was actually pretty fun. And this is the first time I've done anything with Endless. I'm always making content for this game, but I don't talk about what the game is. I always expect, like, to, sorry, I can't talk. I always expected just Endless Online players to, like, subscribe to my channel. I have no idea if only Endless Online players just subscribe to it, or if there's actual people out there that are interested in this game, but have no idea what it is. So I wanted to shed some light. Was it not here? Should I type it, or are they listening? So somebody just PM'd me and they asked me what brought me back to this game. And my answer was, I'm not sure. I was just interested and stayed. So if I was to explain how I came about this server, I know I didn't hear good things about Sausage. And, like, I had no idea about him. I, like, never met him before or talked to him before this server. I just heard that, like, I guess you could kind of say Sausage in a way was an enemy, like an arch enemy of vult-r's, that he even, like, hacked his account, his website one time, and there was even a message on vult-r's actual website, the creator of the game. It said, "Go away, Sausage." So this again is the guy that owns this private server currently. So back to when I was playing. Well, I wanted to play on this online, but it went down. I was like, oh man, that sucks. That was a good game. And somebody in November, I want to say this server went up in June or August. I believe it was the summertime in 2015. I think that's what it was. Roughly around that area. That's when this went up. And then somebody was like, hey, guess what? This game is back up. It's ran by Sausage. I was like, oh, wait, Sausage? Okay. I don't know much about him, but what I do know about him is not good. Like, he did not have a good reputation, I can say that. And so I legitimately was like, what if he doesn't like me? What if he has, like, beef with me for some reason? What if he's mean or rude? Do I even want to play a server? I don't know, maybe. I guess I'll give it a try. I mean, if he, like, bans me or something, or if he's rude, then, hey, I won't play then. I won't play. So, I downloaded it, and I jumped on, and there was somebody else's server at the time. I don't remember the name. It could have been Brooke's server. I don't know. It was somebody's server, and basically, that same person that told me about Endless Online, they're like, hey, if you remember your username and your password to your account, you can still log in, because all the information before Endless Online shut down on main is now transferred over here to Clone. I was like, oh, cool. I don't know what it is, but I have a pretty good idea of what that might be. And I was right. I was actually able to log into my account. So here I am coming back to this game. And again, after the wipe had happened, there was a character wipe. Every single character in existence was completely deleted, because that was vult-r's way of fixing things. It destroyed everything. It destroyed Endless in a way. It definitely did. I don't know if there was a lawsuit. I'm reading down the comments if you guys are wondering, like, who you talking to. I don't know. I would probably lean more towards it being false. I have no idea. I really don't. But I don't know. I feel like if vult-r really cared, he would be here. He would be logging on. He would have done something with this game. But in my eyes, he completely walked away. Where is he, you know? Would he actually go as far as to have a lawsuit to Sausage? I don't know. Maybe before it went down, maybe back when he still cared, that's very possible. But I know Sausage's age, and if that were the case, he was still pretty young. I mean, underage. Can you sue? If I'm adding up my math here correctly, I know he's 1 year older than me. So, I don't know. That's a very interesting thing. I've never heard that before. Like I said, I'm leaning more towards the false side, but I don't know. Anyways, back to the story. So, I'm like, I don't know many things about Sausage. I just know they're not that good. So, when I first logged on, I was kind of walking around and checking it out. I'm like, cool. And you guys might know him as Blolozor. Well, apparently it's pronounced Blolozor. He corrected everybody on Globe one day. I've remembered that ever since. So anyways, he was actually one of the very first people I talked to on this admin. Like, day one, he was there. He was hanging out in Avon Square. He's there, and I was like, hey, you're an admin, cool. I haven't seen one of those in 8,000 years, you know? It's been a while. So, I'm like, oh, how is this server different from so-and-so server? Again, I don't know whose it is. It might have been Brooks. I don't know. I want to say it's Stava's, but I don't know. I don't remember. But he's like, it's nothing like that server. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. I was just asking. I was just curious. So, day 2 or 3, I eventually ran into Sausage himself in Sortie. And back then, again, in 2015, all 4, Sausage, Sortie, Blolozor, and Plasma Star, were active. Like, they were constantly online. Like, they were constantly online. Very, very often. Anyways, I finally ran into Sausage shortly after playing the game. And I was like, oh boy, how is he? What kind of personality are we dealing with? And at first I'm like, oh my gosh, she's rude and mean. I don't remember what he said, but I don't know. I was like, oh, that was kind of rude. And then it just so happens I wanted to get married to an alt. And back then, Law Bob did not work. He did not work in this server for the longest time. In fact, let me tell you the date that was actually finally fixed. Again, this came out in 2015. Let's see when it was actually fixed and added in. Because if I go to the website, right here, 9 February 2019, wedding. What is that, 3 years? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? Oh my goodness. I don't know, you can't really count the first year, but yeah. Roughly 4 years before that was added in. Back then, which again, that wasn't very long ago, back then the admins had to marry you. So, I'm trying to remember who was at the wedding. I know Sausage for sure, and I believe Sortie. Probably Blalazor too, probably. Maybe not Plasma. I remember asking one of them because they used, all 3 of them, sometimes 4, sometimes, used to just hang out in Avon Square for the longest time. They would just actually be there. I'm like, oh my gosh, these admins are awesome. They're like actually interacting with people. They're showing up. They're there. I love this. It was far more of an experience than like the original admins on Endless Online main. Anyways, I think I was talking more to Sortie, but Sausage just kind of like stepped in. I could be wrong. I don't know. Oh, I clicked on the treasure. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm more focusing on talking than actually playing the game. And you guys are like, what are you doing? Go, complete the quest. I'm going. Okay. Anyways, I'm like, hey, can you marry me to my alt? And Sausage is like, yeah. I'm like, whoa, whoa. I don't know if I was talking to him. Anyway, so we go to the church because he had this thing where like we had to be in the church. We had to have our outfits, right? And they actually did ceremonies. It's so cute. They actually would sit there and be like, Bling, do you promise to blah, blah, blah. Like, I think it was Sortie that was kind of like typing out these cute little things. In fact, Sausage has a YouTube. It is not at all active, but he has 2 videos, and one of them is of him doing a wedding. So if you were to type in YouTube Sausage and there's a space EO, you'll see his picture pop up most likely. And one of the first things on there from 4 years ago, he has 2 videos. Both of them are from 4 years ago. It says Red Green Toki Wedding Video. And he's actually up, they're both of them, everyone's in church, and he's up on the stage, and he's doing his little, like, who's the person that marries you? I forget the name. Kind of like a pastor. I forget the name of the person that marries you, but it's pretty cute to see him do that. And they did that stuff all the time. Anyways, back to my story. Sausage actually did that for me. He, like, did this cute little ceremony, and he married my character, and I was like, oh, this is different. I was kind of disappointed because, again, it wasn't a traditional marriage. Like, he types in your name and then you're married. At least that's, I'm pretty sure, what was happening. It wasn't like an actual, you know, the cute hearts and the rings and all that. But this was a while ago, so I'm trying to remember. If I remember right, my name was just typed in, my alt's name was typed in, and then I don't think we had hearts, but he was like, I said something about, oh, no wedding rings. He's like, oh, yeah, sure, here. So he gave me wedding rings on both my characters. I was like, oh! And then he did this really cute thing where he just, you know, there's the, it's not the inn, but I'm going to call it the inn. There's this house in Avon, and there's 2 doors, right? This little house, and it's like a double door, double end. Okay, so he randomly teleported my character and my alt to this room, and he's like, here, have a honeymoon. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe Sausage isn't that bad. And then I kept going back and forth for the longest time, be like, oh, I don't know if I like him. Oh, I guess he's okay. Oh, I don't know. But now I'm at this point, well, no, he's actually a pretty sweet guy. From little interactions I have had with him. Okay. 3 hours later, let's go find the third clue. That's gonna be 2 maps up. Well, 1, 2. Yeah, I guess 2. So yeah, I actually like Sausage. He seems pretty cool to me. I know a lot of people have a different opinion, but I don't know, from just my interactions with him, that's what I gathered. He was in my guild for a while, back in the day, when I didn't have my sweet little babies. I actually tried really hard to get our guild at the top, because my guild was RA, Rambo's Army. That was #1 the whole entire time on original Endless Online main. That was my guild. And You Are Mine was in there, Azaria, Rambo, Quez, my guildmates. Anyways, we also had something called Azariel's Army. No, okay, there was RA, Rambo's Army, and then there was URA for You Are Mine's Army. And later down the road, here I am on this new server, and again, because of the character wipe. No, actually, I don't think, were the guilds wiped too? Part of me wants to say the guilds weren't wiped, but they must have been. Yeah, they definitely were. Weird. Okay, anyways, I'm like, well, I don't want to call it Rambo's Army because, well, there's no Rambo, and I can't very well call her You Are Mine's Army because there's no You Are Mine either. So, Bling Queen's Army? Sure, why not? Isn't that the dirt? This dirt. Okay, I guess I'm clicking on the wrong dirt because that is not it. Where is it? I know I'm close. I know it's in this area. No. Actually, I lied. It's totally out by the boats. I already did. This is a clue, but it's the very first one. The last one is down by the boat. That's where I'm going now. What was I talking about? I was talking about Sausage, huh? I totally can't talk and play the game at the same time, guys. It's like not working. It is not working at all. Anyways, that was kind of my first interaction with this server. I've come to like the admins a lot, mostly. I say mostly. From what I know most of, Lalazar, Sausage, and Sorty. I know that's not how you correctly pronounce her name. She said one time how to pronounce it, but I don't remember how it was. I like them, and from what I know, Plasma Star, I do, but at the same time, I'm like, hi. I know. Oh, thank you. That guy is so sweet. He just gave me a sword. He's probably like, wow, you've been here for like 2 hours and you're so noob right now. Ah, thank you. Anyways, I was gonna say I don't have much interaction with. Bro! I don't have much interaction with Plasma Star. Not that I have that much interaction with the others either. But, sorry guys. My first interaction, okay, I told you my first interaction with Sausage, and Sausage and Sorty were pretty much at the exact same time. Blazar was like my very first one that I met, very first admin that I met. Sausage and Sorty were the second and third, and then Plasma Star was the last one. And I thought it was pretty cute. Okay, so what I did was, I was pretty into just drawing characters. That's what I do. I still do that. I draw characters for people. You've seen, if you haven't already, I have a bunch of art on my DeviantArt, Bling Bling Queen. That's like my original username, and over time it's shortened. And then when I started playing Endless Online, there's only 12 letters that I can log in with. Your name cannot be longer than 12 letters. So I'm like, oh, well, that's not going to fit. So I just put Bling Queen. But now it's pretty much to the point where I just go by Bling. As you can see on my YouTube channel, I am Bling's Guildhouse. Anyways, I sent a random PM to Plasma Star, and I was like, I might draw you. And I was in a nudo at the time at the Ninja Leader, and he made like a, surprised face. And pretty soon, here I am, like me and maybe 2 or 3 other people. I see this guy walking. I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like Plasma Star. Yeah, it actually was Plasma Star. So he just like randomly teleported over to me. Not to me, but near me. And then he just walked in and started hanging out with us. So that was my first impression with Plasma Star. I'm like, okay, you're pretty cool. And then there was an incident that I was present for. I probably can't rehash it detail for detail, but basically there was 2 people. There was Plasma Star and there was R Long, who is also the admin for a server called EO+. Basically, what started happening was a lot of players were like, "Hey, I have things missing from my person. Like, if you were to get an unlured panda or an unlured turtle, those were randomly missing. If you had a super rare item such as oblong in this game is super rare. I think it's one of the rarest items on here. That and crystal sword, like." It's kind of hard to explain, but it's basically like, I don't know if it's true, but Sausage is trying to keep the economy going, so he took items out of the game. At least that's what I heard, or maybe because the game has X amount of space to hold things, he also added things like a thing called Skin Melter. It's like a little orb. It's a little blue orb, kind of like Orb of Light. That's what it looks like. And when you click on it, your skin turns to skeleton. You can get that probably starting next week. I believe that's when the Halloween event is coming out. You can have skeleton skin if you happen to get a drop, which honestly it's pretty easy. It's an event that takes place every hour on the hour. And actually, I'm assuming that there's still a lot of bugs because it seems like to me, just watching the event, there's like always an admin present, like walking with you through the event. I don't know if they have to like manually trigger that and they're like taking shifts. I don't know. It's just something I noticed and I thought it was odd. There's almost always an admin present, like supervising the event. I noticed that. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I think. Aw, that person's name is Snowdrop. That is so cute. Oh my dear goodness. Oh my dear goodness. Okay, so back to Sausage. Back to Plasma Star and Arglong. Basically, things started missing from players' accounts. I don't know the full story, but pretty much what we gathered is that supposedly, I don't know, supposedly things are being taken. Why don't you give me my XP? Whoa, homie. Wow, you are really a good treasure hunter. I must make this more challenging for you. The last treasure is hidden under a pile of dirt in a land full of green. Oh, did I not do that one? What? Okay, I remember now. I went there early, and then I realized it, and then I went over to the boat. Okay, let's go complete this. Anyways, the story goes, apparently Arglong and Plasma Star were stealing things from players' accounts and selling them to make money for a server to start EO+. I have no idea if that's true. That sounds odd to me, especially since Plasma Star is an admin and he can spawn anything he wants. But that's what people were saying. I don't know if it's true. So I do know that Sausage took away his adminship for quite a while. He took that away. He took that away from maybe, I'm just going to throw something out there, 6 months, I don't know. And I actually asked Sausage one time, are you going to give his adminship back? Because he had made a comment like, I'm surprised Plasma hasn't asked for his account back. And I said, are you going to give it back to him? He said, yeah, probably. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. So I don't know. He seems like a good guy to me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to end this pretty soon because it is 12:49 a.m. and I do have to wake up at 8 a.m. and I have to go to work at 9 a.m. And I probably should sleep like a normal human. I mean, that's just common sense, right? And I totally can't focus. Talking. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, I was doing this. Oh, what was I doing? I can't keep up with myself. Am I ahead or behind? I don't know. Is that the blast pile of dirt? I think it is. Let's find out. Oh, it is. You found the last clue. Thanks, game. Let me look at my list of notes over here. Like, what else did I write down? Oh, I like this comment somebody said. Basically, I kind of was asking, what do you think about Endless Online and playing it now? What's your interpretation of it? And somebody has said, it's like playing a beta of a game for 15 years, which, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Aw, Lotus, you re-downloaded Endless Online? Oh my gosh, you're awesome! Did you find it okay? I should totally hook up the link. Let me do that. That is what I'm set out to do. I would love to rebuild the Endless Online Academy and just like get people to come. Our player base needs to go up higher. So I'm going to send that link right now. You can go there and download the website, download the game. And this website is really neat. It has an active online player list. It also has classes, spells, NPCs, items, top player, top guild. So if you were to click on top guilds, 1, 2, 3, 4. My guild is 4th place, BQA, Blade Queen's Army. We used to be 2, but we aren't anymore. But that was pretty cool. And back then, Sausage actually did join my guild, and he stayed for a good maybe year and a half. That's awesome! I am so glad you're checking this game out. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I really am. I lost my trail of thought again. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's start with going over here. Okay, oh, I know. All I need is like 5 seconds, and I get back on track. Okay, I was going to go over here, and I was going to turn in my clues and get my EXP, and I also was reading off this comment about saying, you know, it's like a beta game. Yeah, it most definitely is. I mean, let's take into consideration that, let me go on endlessonline.endless. Okay, if I was to go on Endless, in 2011, July 2011, on the 30th, that's the actual Endless Online website. So if I went endless-online.com, it says low level quest update. So think about that. This game has been marked as being released in 2003, but people say it wasn't actually playable until 2004. It hasn't been updated since 2011. At least that's what the last date was saying. And people are still playing it here today in 2020. And people are still pretty upset with Sausage. They say, you know, he was the whole reason everything fell down. I don't know. I honestly think if Vult-r really wanted this game to be up and running, he would have done something with it. He would have passed it on to somebody. He would have fought to have it for himself. Sell it. Something. But he didn't. But, you know, these 4 admins together, they run the server, they keep it going, they are active. They aren't as active as they used to be, but, I mean, that's totally understandable because because they have lives. They are human beings, you know. I know one of them has children, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, I don't expect them to be on 24/7. I would like to see them on a little bit more than what they are, though. That would be great. But, I don't know. I'm just happy that the Endless Online is still up, and it's because of Sausage and his team, and it continues to be up. There's going to be a Halloween event, probably starting next week. I know I keep saying that, but I don't know if people are coming in and out of the stream. And there will also most likely be a Christmas event in December, which usually is 1 week before Christmas, I believe. Woohoo! Level 3! Yay! So, if you missed that, I've been playing this server since 2015, November, when it first went up. And every single year, there is a Christmas event and there is a Halloween event. And I have no doubt that it's going to be up this year. Why would this year be any different? Going back to a comment from earlier that people are like, oh yeah, this environment is so toxic. Yeah, they're right. It can be. But, I mean, that's not the entire game. You just saw that these people are, like, I said these people. Who was it? Meat? I don't know. Wait, I'm going to go back here. Yeah, it was Meat. Meat was just giving me stuff for no reason. Probably pity me. Here I am playing this game for like 2 or 3 hours and I'm doing nothing, right? Thank you. So yeah, I don't doubt that there's going to be a Halloween event or a Christmas event. People are still doing something with this game. There are still active admins. They just aren't on 24/7. At least, not that we can see. Remember, they can go in invisible mode. I know that one of them actively does look for bots. So maybe you're seeing this video and haven't seen it in a really long, haven't played Endless Online in a really long time. And you're like, well, is there still botters? Yes and no. Botting is not allowed on this server, but people do still do it. But people do still do it, but a lot of times they get caught and banned. Thanks so much. So this sweet man right here, he just gave me more items, and he told me to go build a sword, so we are going to do that. We are totally going to do that right now. Okay, where are you, Cindy? Girl, I need you to do something for me. Build a cell. No, not buy. What am I doing? I can't read. Small sword. What do I need exactly? Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, I can! Oh my goodness! Okay. Yeah, look at me. Should I sell my dagger or should I give it to somebody else? You know what? This is what I like to do. I kind of like to help players. So I'm going to go over here into Noobland. Oh! Who is this? Snow, is that you? You want a dagger? I'm totally going to give this to you. It's up to you to take it or not. Why do I have clothes? Who is this? Bell? Ball? Okay. Okay, let's check the online list. We got 34 people active right now. I'm just gonna do like, who are you? Oh my goodness, this is meth. Again, they cannot do that. They must have a scroll or something because they can't be all decked out like that. You cannot access those things. You can't do it. You know what? Let's go check into this thing. You know what? I'm just gonna post this in the comments. Copy. And this is that thing I was talking about earlier. If you take a name and you post it in here, the original reason for this is for like a signature in comments into the Endless Online forums. Which if you're like, well, how do I get into the forums? If you go on to game.eoserve.net, that link I sent before, on the bottom in green it says forms. If you click on that, in fact, I'm just gonna make that easy and copy it. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna put in comments. There we go. There's the forms. There you go. Okay, so this is what that website previously was intended for, is to put it for your e-cigs. But I like to bring it up and just look up players and like how long they've been playing. So that guy, the blue devil with the black hair, his name's Meth, and he has been playing for 147 hours. And he's level, what was that? Level 20. So I don't know how he's in here. He probably got scrolls, most likely. Like I wouldn't doubt it. It is possible to get scrolls. I know that for sure. I remember someone, I don't remember who, but they were like, "Hey, Bling, do you want to buy these scrolls? Like they'll take you the new blend." I'm like, no, I don't need them. Thanks though. So I'm going to take this away real fast. No, I think I'll do that later. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. How many teeth do I have? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to think. It's only 1 a.m. Okay, I have 4 goat horns. I have no teeth. What quest should I start next? So how about we do the gel quest? You know what? Let's wrap things up. Let's do this. I call it the gel quest. I don't know what it's called, but let's do that real fast. Oop. Let's do that real fast and then call it a stream. Again, this is my very first stream ever. I have never ever done this before, and I was struggling so badly with this. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I know. You are probably wondering why my hair looks so good. To be honest, it was always troublesome to get it in shape, but I'm willing to share my secret. I'm rubbing my hair twice a day with this wonderful green stuff, but unfortunately, don't know where to find it. You don't know where to find the stuff you put in your hair? Oh, what? Can you look around to find it for me? You can pick up any item on the ground by clicking on it. Oh. I already knew that, but I didn't know that he would teach you that. You found a 3-day supply of green hair stuff. Please take this reward. Oh! No. Okay, I apparently just completed this. That's not fair. Come on. One more quest. Like, we need it. Let me think. Ben, what do you do? Huh, Ben? Huh? Oh, health pots? I'm good, bro. Okay, let me think. Oh, Captain of the guard. Let's go down there real fast. That takes a while. Let me run down here. What level am I? I am level 3. Oh my gosh. I'm level 3 and I have 3,636 more XP to go before I can level up. This is what I was talking about. The grind is pretty bad on here and the experience points. And once you finally do level up, you only get like 3 stat increase every single time. It never changes. Ever. Captain of the guard. Hey. No one knows what happened here, but these slimy creatures ate all our goats! Oh, they did. Those poor goats. But their horns aren't laying around, you know? I could just grab those. We need help to stop the creatures from reaching our village. What village are you talking about? Is he talking about Ibn, you think? Because what village does he mean? I mean, I suppose it could be the one next up. But does that count as a village? There's 2 houses. Is that a village? To defeat the blobs, one must properly be equipped with at least a dagger and some minimal armor. Yeah, minimal? You mean rags? Yeah, that's pretty minimal. Totally agree there. Please help us stop the blobs and I will reward you. Sure, I'm working on it. Okay, so if we go to systems, you didn't tell me how many to kill. Wow, rude. So even though he didn't kill me, we're gonna go up here to my little queue. Q is your quest log, and it says slime defender. Kill 24 slime blobs. Okay, we're on it. Here we go. In the meantime, let me read my little notes over here again. This is a comment from earlier talking about EOS community. Now, again, somebody had said, you know, the community is like the worst and best thing about Endless Online, which I can definitely understand. Another comment said, I like how self-sufficient it is, but I don't like how toxic the community is. I'm like, yeah, I can get that. I mean, our little game is going so strong. Now, for me, it is 1 in the morning, and there's 32 people on, but on the weekends, that's like up to 70 or 80. I mean, it's up there for reals. And in the events, woohoo! We get like 120 people. Now, how? I'm pretty sure a good portion of that is actually like alts, because you can alt in this game. That's fine. Admins are like, yeah, you can have one alt. I mean, like, you can be logged into one other person. So you can be logged into 2 different accounts at the same time. There's something called Sortie add-ons. Now, I'm going to link this account. And again, Sortie is one of the admins. And she's like, you know what? This game needs a little help along the way. So I'm just going to put that in the comments here. This is really nice. Now, I'm going to explain a few things because it does get a little confusing if you don't have help. It really does. Let's see. Her new thing is called C Beta. If you ever heard of EO add-ons before, that's the same thing. But she also has EO add-ons. That's what I use. And there's a little preset packet, I guess you could call it. Now, if you were to click on that link of Sortie's website, and then you clicked on EO add-ons, it's going to take you to a website here, and you guys can't see this, but that's why I'm like verbally telling you. There is something that says it works by simply copying the customized MSIMG. You need that. You need that if you want to use add-ons. You need to have that little MSIMG thing. File, DLL. It's a file. So, oh, okay. So I clicked on it. Again, I already have this, but if I click on it, it downloads. If you look below, she has a bunch of different add-ons. So they're like, let's call them little programs. They have little programs that help the game or enhance it in some way. For me specifically, I have a few already in my game file. If I open up Endless Online, there, and I don't know if her website tells you this, but I'll just tell you myself. I create a file called add-ons, ADDONS, and my first letter is capitalized, but the others aren't. If I was to click on that, I created that file and I put that in there myself because that's how you have to have this work. Well, a bunch of the things she downloaded, a bunch of the things she created, if you were to click on one of them, I don't even know. Let's do the anti-AFK thing. I'm going to download that, and then I'm going to bring up my download website. Browser thingy. Always open. No! That's not what I wanted to do. No! Hope I didn't destroy my stream. It's definitely bedtime, guys. I totally accidentally opened up another Endless Online. I can do that. I was just trying to open up. Oh no, now I have to decide which one it is. Okay, that one. That one needs to go. I may not be explaining this very well, and I apologize for that. But she does have a lot of instructions on here on how to use them. Basically, once you download something, let's start on the one on the top called EO Anonymous. Let's say Anonymous is the HDD ID and name of the computer. Okay, let's not do that one actually. Let's do this one. I have this one. EO anti-AFK. What does that do? Okay, you know how maybe you don't know, but if you sit on your game for too long and you're away from the computer and your character's just sitting there, eventually it's going to start yawning on its own. That's saying, hey, I'm about to disconnect you from this server if you don't do something like now. Alright? So if I think it's like 5 minutes, I don't know for sure, but let's say it's 5 minutes, you haven't touched Endless Online, it'll disconnect you by itself. I don't like that because I happen to go AFK a lot, like a lot. I am very well known for AFKing. If you know what that means, that's just away from keyboard. You're not near the computer. So I have this little packet downloaded, and that packet goes into the add-on file. That makes it work. Almost makes it work. You do also need to download the msimg32.dll file. That's going to just go right into the Endless Online file. You just drag it over, put it in there, and then you're going to go into your Endless Online file. You're going to open it, and then if you haven't already, there needs to be an add-ons file created. And inside that add-ons file is going to be the whatever you downloaded. For our example was the anti-AFK. Again, maybe I'll have to do a tutorial on how to do that because I'm explaining it horribly. I know that, but I'm trying. Anyways, that's what I have. That's one of the things I have activated is the anti-AFK. I don't like disconnecting. It's very irritating. Another thing I have is it's like a speedy login. Normally, if you notice, if you log into Endless Online, it takes such a long time to connect. So that speeds up the process. There's also a thing on here that kind of makes Endless Online a little bigger. Now you do have window screen and you also have full screen. Well, there's like a middle screen, which on here is called, I just saw it, pixel something. Let me see. I know you're on here. Big pixels. There we go. Big pixels.eaf. Double the size of pixels. Useful for 4K monitors. That would be pretty nice. I had it one time, but I was like, I don't know if I can get used to that. That's a lot of work. Okay, back to Endless Online. Oh, killing the blobs. That's what I was doing. Let me also continue reading my notes. I'm so efficient right now. Let me try to find something I haven't talked about. Oh, okay. So this is kind of interesting. Our little game, I like to explain it as being frozen in time. Really, I mean, there's no other way to explain it. People don't really want a lot of updates done to it, but they want something. It's a very hard, defined line not to cross. And I think this is why a lot of other servers have failed. They tend to do way too much to the point where you don't have that Endless Online feeling anymore. You really don't. And people, hi Ray, I see you. People don't like too much change on Endless Online. It's so hard to keep that fine balance. So this game is just like forever frozen in time. If you do too much change, everyone gets mad and leave. If you don't do enough, they complain. There's going to be complaining no matter what you do. No matter what. It's odd, though, how a lot of servers just kind of don't make it. I thought, Rewind, if you don't know what Rewind is, that's a nice little server somebody created. If you have any idea who Stava is, that's his server, and Callum. They did a really nice job. I liked it. In fact, I did a video of that, a review video for that server. I rather enjoyed it, but I don't know what happened. People kind of just stopped logging in. I don't know why. But that's pretty common. Since I've been watching this for about 5 years, since this server has been around, it's very common that, like, I need a heal. That, oh, wow, there's so much hype, and it takes off, and then give it a good 3 months, it's gone. This happened to also, what was it called? EO Plus, which was by Argalong. And I know there's quite a few others that kind of ended up with the same fate. It takes off really well, but then it just slows down. And I know Steph and Callum are still working on their server. I'm not sure. Then again, I haven't logged on for another, for 1 or 2 months now. But last I logged on, there was no one there. It could be very well different. I don't know. But back to our game. It's just forever frozen in time. So I think that's something that the admins of this server managed to do pretty well. Is they keep it. They do little tiny changes here and there. An example would be the kings in here were taken out for some reason, and you couldn't get a crown. Well, one day out of the blue, Sausage is like, hey, I'm going to put the kings back in. Everybody come get crowns. So that's basically what happened. Oh, you did, Ray? So, crowns were added back for not very long. Let's say 2 or 3 months maybe. And then they were taken out again. So, he does rotate through things. He did add the skin melter again that allows you to have a skeleton skin that can be taken on, I can't talk. It can be put on or taken off, either or. That was added in. What else? Okay, there was a spell called Spooky Skull. You get a little skeleton skull, and that's a spell. Again, these are the Halloween event items you can get. Very easy to get, honestly. And most likely we'll be able to get it next week. Most likely the event is going to be up. What else has he done? I can't remember if unlore, panda, and turtles were a thing. Anyways, as I was saying, the admins do keep up the server. They try to keep on people that are botting. You do get banned. Well, you get jailed. I don't know if you do get banned. Maybe every once in a while I see a person get banned, but I don't know how banned they actually are. Is it like a perma ban, or are they like sneaking through the cracks and like, oh, you know what? You need like a 25-minute cooldown because they can do that. I don't know. Oh my goodness, it's 1:16 a.m. I haven't completed this though, have I? Let's go check down here. And let's scroll up and see if I somehow missed it, because I'm stalking away. Nope. Quest log. Oh, one more. Alright, let's go do that. Let's kill that last blob and get my reward, and then I think we're going to end the stream. And since this is my first stream ever, I'm going to try to be a little bit more, like, one subject at a time instead of jumping around. So, if I go down here, I see, I clicked on System, down here in the corner, and it says, you successfully killed 25 blobs. So now we're done, and it's in white. So it did tell me. There was no sound that came through my headphones. You just have to be on the lookout. You can either check through the system, or you can go up here and quest and look. Yeah, you do. Someone already told me. Aries already told me, like, you know what? I can't hear your endless online. I'm like, I know. I don't know what I'm doing, but it won't stop me. Thank you for getting rid of those blob creatures. Please accept my reward. Yes, gladly. Thank you. Oh, I was totally expecting to level up from that. How many stars did I get? I'm going to get a little close, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 stars now. So, I don't know if you guys know this already, but if you hadn't, you have 10 little stars up in the right corner. That's your EXP. That's going to go up slowly, like as you get more EXP, and the closer you get to leveling, the more full the stars get. Normally they're empty, and they turn white when they're full, and if you pay attention, they like slowly, I think there's like 3 different stages of 1 star, where it's like this much, and then it's like halfway, and then it's like this much almost. So I have 5 stars out of 10 right now. So I still have 2,272 more EXP to go. I'm still level 3. My hit points is 20. My strength is 9. I get all the stuff in the world just like shoved inside my inventory. Oh, I got 103 gold. Wow, check that out. So I think what I'll do is at least go up here. And let's see, I did the blobs, I did the captain, I did the little boy, I forget his name. Maybe I'll go check on him real fast. What's his name? Danny! His name is Danny. Hey, Danny. So we did that. Adventure. Did we did adventure? Oh, we didn't. What do you want? Those piglets. Oh, I already have a piggy. Wait. Get rid of them? Man, only had to kill 5. Okay, real quick. You know, I lied. We're actually going to do 2 more quests real fast because these are going to go so fast. Sounds good. Let's do it. 1, 2, eventually. You can't run in this game. Your speed is your speed, which is nice that they have scrolls that allow you to teleport around. That was something else too. I don't remember what it was for, but Sausage allowed teleporters. Like, he installed teleporters into the game. He eventually took out. Who is that? That's Crinkle. Hi, Crink. I go access. What are we on? Was that 4? Is that 3 or 4? That 5? What? Okay. I think he told me 5, but it's actually 10. Remember, there is still a lot of bugs to this game, and it hasn't been updated since 2011. That's something about Endless Online. Once you start playing, it's like really hard to stop, unless you're grinding. I mean, that's like, whoa, I can't handle all that. That's a lot of EXP. Rob, that's cool. Me? No need. I don't need a scroll of guilds. Thank you, though. Who is that? That is Lolik. Hi, Lolik. Yeah, definitely slow burning game. Oh my dear goodness. But, you know, a lot of people like that. They like grinding to get to a high level. Like, people tell me it's soothing and relaxing. It totally depends on your style of playing. That is for sure. That's not my style. I like to sit and do nothing. This is what I do for Endless Online. You may be asking, well, you know, how do you play Endless? Honestly, it got to the point where I just kind of like talking to the people, but mostly when I log in, what I do is I find a map somewhere and I draw it. You're like, what do you mean you draw it? Well, if you go to my other videos and on YouTube, all those hand-drawn art videos, comics, I guess you could call them, I drew those, and what I do is I go to the map and I sit there and I'm like, okay, I'm drawing this because I like to be accurate. If you were to go to that map and then you were to pull up a picture of what I had drawn, it's pretty accurate. I tried to do that. Piggy for, yeah. So that's what I like to do on Endless Online. I'm either hanging out talking to people, or I'm sitting in a map somewhere and I'm drawing it. Like for the next Endless Online, for the next YouTube video. That's what I do. That's something I enjoy. It's just drawing. I like drawing Endless Online art. I actually carved Endless Online players on pumpkins about 2 years ago, and the year before that. One time I got crazy and did 3 of them. Oh my gosh. One took 9 hours. The other one took 8 hours. And the other one was 7. It's crazy. Again, that's a video on my channel you can find. Oh. Sitting on even end. Where am I going? I am so like lost. What is it? 1:23 a.m. I want it. Did I? Okay, you know what? I'm already here. I meant to talk to the guy to complete the quest, but I didn't because I'm busy talking again. But you know what? I do have a little piggy. We're going to take this little piggy and go over here because this... Oh, there's 3 houses. 3 houses is confirmed as a village, guys. Now we know. Remember, that guy earlier was like, oh, they're getting close to our village. Well, 3 houses apparently counts as a village. Boo-hoo, I lost little piggy, my favorite toy. during visiting my Auntie Cindy in the village. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. 2 houses is a village. I lost it and I can't find it. And I can't find what? I can't find it back. And I can't find it back. Okay, that's some of the best like typos you read. And I can't find it back. Okay. You found it. You found little piggy. As promised, please take this reward. Yay! What have we got now? Let's see. I totally thought I misread that, but no. Can't find it back. Okay, level 3 still. We have 1,718 to go. Our quest. Okay, now we're heading back to Paul? Is that his name? I don't know. We're heading back to that villager. We're heading back to that villager and we're going to claim our reward. Whew. Well, you know, overall, I'm having fun with this. I'm definitely having fun. I'm going to have to do this later. But maybe not at 1:24 a.m. Maybe not. You know what? I'm going to have to come back to that guy. I want to, like, preset myself up for when I log in next time and do another stream. I just want to get right to it. So, is your name? Oh, your name's Adventurer. Okay, well, his name, the same exact sprite, the same exact person. His name is Paul and Avon. Thank you so much. That's better. Please accept this gold for your great work. Thank you. What do I have? 128. Okay, what are we at now? 1,618. You know, I do want them to be a regular thing. I do. I was just having such a time, like, figuring it out and getting it all set up. But yeah, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my YouTube channel. And I definitely think I need to shed some light on this. Because, you know, this is my whole content. I should be playing the game of what I'm, like, basing my entire channel off of. What is this? Snake Hunter. Yes, you. Ha ha ha, I can hear it. Hi, I'm hunting some snakes. Would you like to join me? Yes! As you can see, there is rep behind my name. Oh, yeah, that's true. So, if you notice, after I complete a quest, I can't go back and talk to that person. It's impossible. You can't do that. But there are some NPCs that you can do quests, and you can do it over and over and over and over again. Behind my name, and he just explained it, it'll say rep on it. This means you can do this quest as many times as you'd like. Cool! You will find a lot more rep quests all over the world. However, keep in mind that you can only have 10 active quests at a time. Once your quest book is full, if you're like, what's a quest book? Again, if you go up in this corner on the left side, there's a queue. That is your quest book. That is going to log every single quest that you do or don't do. Like, I don't know if you can cancel a quest. I don't know about that, but I know if you start one, that's where you're going to find it. No, it's okay. It really is, Ray. Like, we had such a time trying to get us started. It's fine. There's always the next 100,000,000 ones that are coming. Need about an active quest to be able to take a new quest. Click on the yes, yes, yes. Yeah, all the yes in the world, yes. We would kill 3 snakes. I guess. I can't stop! Oh my gosh. Okay, at the bats. We're going to stop for sure at the bats because the bat wing drop is so bad. But, like, I got a sword with me right now. It's going to be so easy to annihilate the snakes. It really is. So, yeah, let's just do that. Like, I can't stop playing. Well, I'm going to need your help next time, Ray. So, stick around. I might stream tomorrow, depending on how awake I am. So, in my time right now, it's 1:28 a.m. And I have 2 little babies, and they go to bed around 8 p.m. So, that's probably around the time I will start streaming, after they go night-night. 2. One more. So that's pretty much when my streams will be taking place. Either around their nap time, which is about 1 to 2 p.m., or about 8 to 9 p.m. Well, you're a goat. You are not a snake. Get away. Go away. I can't concentrate. Oh, good. I need all the lecturing. Should I call it lecturing? I don't know. Education? I don't know. Label it what you would like. Okay, now we're going to head over here. Yeah, I'm looking for pointers. Like, I had notes. I was so prepared. I wrote so many notes, and I'm all over the place. I don't know. But next time, I'll try to be a little bit more organized and not so chaotic and just randomly spewing out things. Plus, I kind of had a rough start. But, I mean, it's my first stream, so that is totally to be expected. Great. So, I don't think I can click on my quest. But again, he told me I had to kill... I think he told me I had to kill 5 snakes, I think. And then up in my quest counter, it said 3. And now he's telling me, great, you killed 10 snakes. Snake hunting is fun, isn't it? I cannot get enough. I'm not gonna read all that. What are we at now? Let's see. 1,454. We'll click on here, level 3. Okay, I'm just going to start the quest. I'm not actually going to do it. I mean it this time. I mean it. Let's head on over to the cave. Woohoo! Oh, good night, Lotus. Thank you for joining the stream. You have a good night. You get some good rest. I am so happy you enjoyed it. I will see you tomorrow then. Oh, okay. I'm done. That's it. Woo! So, overall, what was that? So, I don't know if it's going to be the same number on your screen, but I have 3 hours and 26 minutes. I don't know if that's actually from when I started or if it's picking up from what I did before. I think it's just picking up from what I did before, but I actually started this twice. Because the first time was a run through. I feel like I've been doing this for, what, an hour and a half? Well, you needed the rest, Ray. Don't worry about it. So, I feel like I played for about an hour and a half. I don't know. But I'm going to end it here. So, thank you so much for joining me, guys. This was a lot of fun, and I am going to do a lot more of these. I'll just have to think on exactly what I want to do, because I can only do so much on Tutorial Island. And I'm certainly not going to run around to all the quests. Because can you see me doing the odd quest? I can't. That's a lot of work. But, you know, maybe we'll do a tour of Endless Online. Like, I would love to just go around and show you guys the maps. Like, there are so many cool maps. And there's even a couple of hidden maps you maybe never seen before. Who knows? So, thank you for joining my stream. It's 1:32 a.m. I'm going to go to sleep. And you guys have a wonderful night. Good night, everyone.